Hey guys, Sam here at LA Studios. Today I want to show you a really cool reverse reverb trick. So quick, so simple, but it kind of gets around a problem that I've been having in Logic when you're trying to use that reverb on a bus. Let's get into it. So this is on a drum bus. I've got a tom hit here, which I want to put the reverb on, but because it's on a bus, when I go to my normal kind of bounce in place method, if you wanted to put the reverb on something and reverse it, you typically put the reverb on, bounce in place, and then reverse it. But when you try and do that when it's on a bus, it won't do it, and there are a few workarounds, but it's kind of a bit of a nightmare. So I found a really easy way of doing it. This is the part in question, so it's got a tom hit. Let's just hear it. Big booming tom hit, and it comes in just before kind of a breakdown section. So it'd be nice if I kind of have that whoosh coming up to it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop a reverb on the drum bus. So all my drums are routed to this drum bus, all these drums here. And I'm going to put a reverb on it, a nice long reverb. I'm not going to worry too much about what the reverb is right now. Now, if I were to just bounce this in place, pressing Command B, which is kind of the normal way of doing it when you want to do that, it's not actually going to get that reverb there. We're just going to have this region, which is going to have the drums, but no reverb, which is kind of annoying. So we're going to have this reverb on here, and then we're going to create a new track. And we're going to have the input of this track as bus 16. Let's create that. Let's just call that drum rev. And then we're going to send, just for now, we're going to send the drum bus out into this drum rev track. So instead of having the drums go to the default stereo output, we're just routing the output of the drums into this track that we've just made. And on this track we've just made, we can record. So let's record this drum hit onto this new track. Sounds pretty disgusting as it is. Let's listen to just that drum hit on its own then. This is just that one drum hit, because I'm just going to take all these out of 16 and send it back to stereo output. So now on this drum rev track, I've just got that reverb that I've just recorded. Sounds pretty cool. And now what we want to do is reverse this. So let's double click on it to bring up our editor. On File, I can go to Functions and Reverse. Now I've reversed that track so that all that's left is the reverb with the toms, but the reverb is now shooting up to that tom hit. Let's take a listen to that then. We need to align this. We need to make sure we get it in time. But first off, let's listen to it. Cool, sounds pretty demonic. So I'm going to make sure that this is just in time. I can see where my tom hits just around here, and I want to make sure that's in time with these toms here. So I can bring that back just a little bit. There's a bit of trial and error involved here. Let's bring this down just a touch, because I think it's going to be a bit overwhelming as it is. Let's listen. Nice. Let's take that reverb off the overall drum output, and we can hear it just as we intended, with just the reverb shooting up to that drum hit. Nice. And we can do whatever we want here. I've just got a bog standard room drum sound there, just on the reverb on Chrome Reverb. You can do whatever kind of sound you want. You can do a plate, you can do a spring, whatever it is. The process kind of stays the same. It's just a way of getting around that whole bounce in place nonsense where you can't do it on buses. There are a couple of ways around it, but this is the best one that I've found. So send all the tracks that you want to have that reverse reverb to a bus, create a new track with the input set to that bus, put your effects on, then you've got that track on there. You can reverse that and then bring it up in the section you want. Let's take a listen to that without, and then let's take a listen with, and we'll see how much of a difference it adds. So here it is without that reverb we just added. Sounds cool, but let's bring the reverb in now. That's a nice thunderous kind of sound. Quick tip, great sound for some sections in a track. It's not going to work for absolutely every single hit, but you don't want it to. You want it to have that light and shade. Sometimes if you've got just a separated drum hit, you need that intro into it. You need that shoop of reverb coming up into it. Really effective. Thanks for checking it out. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit like, and check out the rest of the channel. I'll see you next time. Take care.